If you're looking for the best thing to do in Snohomish County, there's one waterfront destination that deserves to be at the very top of your list. Yet many visitors drive right past it without realizing everything it has to offer. I'm talking about Edmonds Marina Beach Park. Now, if you only stop here for 5 to 10 minutes, you've probably missed what makes this place so special. This isn't just another beach. It's one of those places that perfectly captures the Pacific Northwest lifestyle. It's where locals come to walk along the waterfront, families spend summer afternoons together, photographers chase incredible sunsets, and future homeowners start imagining what life could actually look like if they lived here. As a real estate broker serving Snohomish County and King County, I spend a lot of time introducing people not just to homes, but to communities. Because buying a home isn't only about bedrooms, bathrooms, or square footage, it's about the lifestyle that surrounds it. And Edmonds Marina Beach Park is one of those places that helps people fall in love with Edmonds long before they ever step inside a house. So today, I'm taking you on a locals tour. I'll share what to see, what not to miss, the best time to visit, nearby hidden gems, and why this park is one of my favorite places to recommend to clients who are considering relocating to Snohomish County. Before we get started, I'd love to know where you are watching from. Comment your city below, and if you have visited Edmonds before, tell me your favorite spot. I read every comment, and it also helps me decide which community I should feature next. The problem. One of the biggest misconceptions people have about Snohomish County is that it's simply a collection of suburbs north of Seattle. I hear that all the time from people relocating from California, Texas, Arizona, or even other parts of Washington. They know Seattle. They have heard about Pike Place Market. They visited the Space Needle. But when I ask what they know about Edmonds, Mukilteo, May Creek, or Snohomish, the answer is often not much. And honestly, that's a shame, because some of the most beautiful places in Western Washington are right here in Snohomish County. What makes this area special isn't one big tourist attraction, it's the lifestyle. It's being able to live, work, and walk and be walking along Puget Sound 15 minutes later. It's watching ferries cross the water while enjoying dinner downtown. It's spending Saturday mornings at the farmers market and Sunday afternoons on the beach. Those are the experiences that people remember. And that's exactly why I like bringing relocating buyers to places like Edmonds Marina Beach Park. I want them to see more than the homes. I want them to experience what everyday life could feel like. Because when you're choosing where to live, you're really choosing how you want to spend your life. Do you want quick access to water? Do you enjoy walking trails? Would you love having restaurants, coffee shops, and boutique stores within 15 minutes of the beach? Do you picture yourself taking evenings walks while watching the sunset over Puget Sound? Those are the kinds of questions that help people realize Edmonds isn't just a nice place to visit. It's an incredible place to live. One of my clients recently told me something that has stayed with me. They say, we came here looking for a house, but we ended up choosing a lifestyle. I thought that perfectly described Edmonds, because when people move here, they rarely talk about one specific attraction. They talk about how living here makes them feel relaxed, connected, closer to nature, closer to family, closer to the things that matter. And that's exactly what we are going to experience today. Stay with me, because my favorite part of the park isn't actually the beach. It's something many first-time visitors completely overlook. Step 1. Take your time on the waterfront. The first thing I always tell people is simple. Don't rush. This is not the kind of place where you pull into the parking lot, snap a picture, and leave 10 minutes later. Slow down. Take a walk. One of my favorite things about Edmonds Marina Beach Park is that every visit feels different. If you come early in the morning, you'll find runners getting the exercise, dog owners enjoying the waterfront, photographers setting up their cameras, and people quietly drinking coffee while watching the sunrise reflect off Project Sound. It's peaceful, calm, almost therapeutic. Visit in the afternoon during the summer and the atmosphere completely changes. Families are enjoying picnics. Children are playing in the sand. People are kayaking, paddleboarding, and launching boats from the marina. Friends gather on blankets to enjoy the sunshine. The entire park feels alive. Then, if you stay until the evening, everything slows down again. The sunsets here can be absolutely spectacular. On clear evenings, the Olympic Mountains create a breathtaking backdrop while the sky changes from blue to orange, pink, and deep purple. It's one of those moments where everyone seems to stop talking just for a minute and simply enjoy where they are. That's one of the reasons I continue recommending this park to my clients. It's not because it's the biggest beach. It's because it reminds you to slow down. And honestly, that's becoming harder and harder to find. As you're walking, you'll notice benches positioned along the shoreline. Take advantage of them. Sit down for a few minutes. Watch the ferries crossing Puget Sound. Listen to the waves. Watch the boats entering and leaving the marina. You don't have to be doing anything productive. Sometimes, simply enjoy the view is enough. If you're someone who enjoys photography, bring your camera. You'll find incredible opportunities throughout the day, but especially during golden hour. And if you are considering moving to Snohomish County, pay attention to the people around you. You'll see families spending time together, neighbors greeting each other, couples walking hand in hand, people simply enjoying life outdoors. That's the lifestyle people are really buying when they choose communities like Edmonds. The homes are important, but places like this are what make those homes feel truly special. If this looks like your idea of a perfect weekend, hit that like button. It really helps the channel and it tells YouTube to share this video with more people who are exploring everything Snohomish County has to offer. Step 2. Explore the Edmonds Marina. Now that you have enjoyed the waterfront trail, let's make our way over to one of the most recognizable parts of this area, the Edmonds Marina. Even if you've never owned a boat or never planned to own one, I still recommend spending some time here. Why? Because this marina gives you a glimpse into one of the lifestyles that makes Edmonds so unique. As you walk along the docks, you'll see everything from small fishing boats and sailboats to beautiful yachts that call this marina home. There's always something happening. You might see people preparing for a day of fishing, families loading coolers onto their boats, sailors getting ready to head out onto Puget Sound, or someone simply washing their boats while chatting with their neighbors. It's a community as much as it is a marina. One thing I always notice here is how friendly people are. Don't be surprised if someone waves, says hello, or even starts a conversation. That's one of those things many of my relocating clients notice almost immediately. People genuinely enjoy being outside here, and that creates a welcoming atmosphere. Another thing I love is how peaceful the marina feels. The gentle sound of the boats moving with the tide, the seagulls overhead, the fresh salt water air. It's a completely different pace from downtown Seattle, and I think it's one of the biggest reasons people choose Edmonds. You get access to the waterfront without feeling like you are in the middle of a busy city. If you're a photographer or even just someone who enjoys taking pictures with your phone, you'll find plenty of great opportunities here. The reflections of the boat on calm mornings are beautiful. Golden hour creates incredible lighting. Clear days, you have the Olympic Mountains in the background. Honestly, it's hard to take a back picture here. Local tips. If you are visiting during the summer, arrive a little earlier than you think you need to. Parking can fill up quickly on warm weekends because this is a popular destination for both locals and visitors. Would you rather spend your weekends boating, hiking, or relaxing at the beach? Comment boat, hike, or beach below. Stop 3. Enjoy the beach. Now let's head over to the beach itself. This is where many families spend hours without even realizing how quickly time passes. One thing I appreciate about Edmonds Marina Beach Park is that it appeals to so many different people. If you're a family with young children, there's plenty of room for kids to play in the sand. If you're a couple looking for a relaxing afternoon, you'll find quiet places to sit and enjoy the view. If you're retired, it's a wonderful place to take a leisure walk without feeling rushed. If you have a dog, you'll often see other dogs owners enjoying the area nearby. The atmosphere is relaxed. Nobody seems to be in a hurry. People are reading books, flying kites, building sandcastle, watching ferries, playing catch, sharing a picnic. Those simple moments are what make this park so memorable. And if you're relocating from somewhere with a faster pace of life, you'll probably notice that almost immediately. One of my favorite recommendations is to pack a small picnic. Bring lunch. Grab a coffee from downtown Edmonds. Bring a blanket. And simply spend a couple of hours here. You don't need an agenda. Sometimes the best afternoons are the ones when nothing is planned. During warmer months, you'll also see paddleboarders and kayakers enjoying the calm water. Watching them makes you realize how many outdoor activities are available just minutes from downtown Edmonds. That's one of the reasons quality of life is such a big selling point in this community. You're not driving 2 hours to enjoy nature. You are already there. Local tip. Always check the tide schedule before visiting. At low tide, you have much more beach to explore, and it's a great opportunity for kids to look for shells, driftwood, or other treasures along the shoreline. Perfect for family, couple, dog water, single, picnics, paddleboarding. If you could spend one afternoon here, who will you bring with you? Tag that in the comments. Bonus, don't miss the wildlife. Here's something many first-time visitors don't expect. Keep your eyes open because you never know what you'll see. Harbor seals are frequently spotted swimming near the marina. You'll often see seabirds diving for fish. Bald eagles occasionally fly overhead, and if you're lucky, you might even spot dolphins or porpoise passing through Puget Sound. That's one of the reasons I tell people not to rush. Nature has its own schedule. Every visit is different. Even if you have been here 10 times, your 11th visit might surprise you. For families with children, this becomes a fun little adventure. Kids love spotting wildlife. Adults do too. It gives everyone another reason to slow down and really pay attention to what's happening around them. If you have ever spotted wildlife in Edmonds, let everyone know in the comments what you saw. Bonus, watch the Washington State Ferries. One of my favorite things to do here is simply watch the ferries. The Edmonds Kingston ferry is one of the busiest ferry routes in Washington. Throughout the day, you will see ferries arriving and departing, carrying passengers between Edmonds and the Olympic Peninsula. Even after living here for years, I still find it relaxing. There's something calming about watching these massive boats glide across the water. Kids absolutely love it. Visitors love it. And honestly, locals never seem to get tired of it either. If you've never ridden the ferry, I highly recommend adding it to your list. Even if you don't have a destination in mind, take the ferry across. Grab lunch, explore Kingston for a little while, then come back. It's a fun day trip that gives you an entirely different perspective of Puget Sound. Local tip: if you're planning to ride the ferry during the summer or on holiday weekends, check the sailing schedule ahead of time because wait times can be much longer during peak travel periods. Would you take the ferry just for the experience? Comment yes or no below. So far, we've explored the waterfront, the marina, the beach, and even some of the incredible wildlife and ferry views that make this park special. But our visit isn't over because one of the biggest reasons people fall in love with Edmonds isn't actually inside the park. It's what happens just a few minutes away. In the next section, we are heading into Downtown Edmonds, where I'll show you some of my favorite places to grab coffee, enjoy fresh seafood, browse local shops, and experience the small town charm that keeps people coming back year after year. Stop 4. Explore Downtown Edmonds. One of the biggest mistakes visitors make is leaving as soon as they are done at the beach. If you do that, you are only experiencing half of what makes Edmonds so special. Just a few minutes from Edmonds Marina Beach Park is one of my favorite downtowns in Snohomish County. And honestly, it's one of the reasons so many of my clients end up falling in love with this community. Downtown Edmonds has a completely different atmosphere than many larger cities. Instead of high-rise buildings and crowded streets, you'll find tree-lined sidewalks, locally owned businesses, art galleries, independent bookstores, cozy coffee shops, and restaurants where people actually take the time to enjoy a meal. It's incredibly walkable. You can park your car once and spend the next few hours simply exploring. One of my favorite things to do is to grab a coffee from one of the local cafes and just wander. There are beautiful public art displays throughout downtown, unique boutiques that you won't find in a shopping mall, and plenty of places to sit outside and enjoy the fresh air. If you're a seafood lover like me, you are in the right place. Edmonds has several fantastic restaurants serving fresh seafood, classic Pacific Northwest cuisine, and waterfront dining. If you are visiting for the day, I would recommend planning enough time to enjoy lunch or dinner after exploring the park. You'll quickly realize that Edmonds isn't just a destination, it's an experience. Everything feels connected. The waterfront flows into downtown. Downtown flows into the neighborhood, and that creates a community that feels welcoming and easy to enjoy. Local tip: if you are visiting on a Saturday during warmer months, check out the Edmonds Farmers Market. I love farmers markets, by the way. You'll find local produce, flowers, baked goods, handmade products, and a wonderful community atmosphere that gives you a true feel for what living here is like. Explore downtown Edmonds. coffee shops, local restaurants, boutique shopping, art galleries, farmers market. If you enjoy discovering local owned restaurants and shops instead of big chain store, comment local below. Top 5. Why people choose to live here. As a real estate broker, I spend a lot of time showing homes. But something I've learned over the years is that people rarely buy a home because of the kitchen alone. They buy because they can picture the life in the community. That's why I love bringing relocating buyers to places like Edmonds Marina Beach Park. You might spend an hour touring homes, but then you come here, you walk the waterfront, you explore downtown, you watch the ferry, and suddenly the conversation changes. Instead of talking about countertops and square footage, they start talking about weekend routines. I could see us walking here every Saturday morning. My kids would love the beach. I could definitely picture bringing the dog here. This feels so much more relaxed than where we live now. Those are the moments that matter, because when people begin imagining the daily life somewhere, they're no longer shopping for a house. They're choosing a community. And that's exactly what Edmonds offers. It's a place where you can enjoy the outdoors without driving for hours. Where neighbors know each other, where community events bring people together, where waterfront sunsets become part of your weekly routine instead of something you only experience on vacation. That's a huge reason why buyers relocating to Snohomish County consistently put Edmonds near the top of their list. Why buyers love Edmonds? Waterfront style, walkable, community, small town charms, easy access to Seattle. If you could live anywhere near the water, would you choose Edmonds? Let me know in the comments. I want to share a story because I think it perfectly explains why I include lifestyle tours in my real estate appointments. Not long ago, I worked with a family relocating from California. Before they arrived, they had spent weeks looking at homes online. They had spreadsheets, neighborhoods ranking, school rating, commute times. Everything was very logical. On the first day, we toured several beautiful homes. They liked a few of them, but nothing really stood out. Before ending the day, I asked them if they had a little extra time. They said yes. So instead of going to another showing, we drove to Edmonds Marina Beach Park. We walked along the waterfront. We watched the ferry arrive. We stopped at the marina, walked into downtown Edmonds for coffee. As we sat outside, they watched people walking the dogs, families enjoying dinners, cyclists riding through town, and children laughing in the park. The husband looked at me and said something I'll never forget. He said, "I think we finally understand why people move here." It wasn't about one particular house anymore. It was about waking up on a Saturday morning and deciding to walk to the waterfront. It was about having this lifestyle available every single week. A few weeks later, they purchased a home nearby. Since then, they have told me one of their favorite routines is walking to Marina after dinner to watch the sunset. Sunset is fabulous there, by the way. That story reminds me that real estate isn't about only buying property. It's about improving your quality of life. And places like Edmonds Marina Beach Park help people see that. If you're planning a visit to Snohomish County, I hope you'll make time to explore Edmonds Marina Beach Park. Don't rush through it. I repeat, don't rush through it. Walk the waterfront, visit the marina, spend time on the beach, explore downtown, watch the ferry, stay for the sunset if you can, experience the community the way locals do. because I truly believe that's the best way to understand what makes this area so special. And if you're thinking about relocating, don't just evaluate homes, evaluate the lifestyle. Ask yourself, where do I want to spend my weekend? Where do I picture my family making memories? Where do I want to slow down after a busy week? Sometimes those answers are just as important as the hope itself. If you're thinking about moving to Snohomish County or King County, I'd love to help you find not only the right home, but also the right community for your lifestyle. I've put together a free Snohomish County relocation guide that includes neighborhood comparisons, commute information, school resources, waterfront communities, local favorites, and many of the hidden gems that most visitors never discover on their own. Simply comment guide below and I'll personally send it to you. And if you enjoyed this local guide, make sure to subscribe because every week I share videos about neighborhoods, parks, restaurants, communities, and real estate throughout Snohomish County and King County so that you can discover what's really like to live here. I am Marie-Noelle Metseye, and thank you so much for spending part of your day with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.